Okay, round number 7 in Baden-Baden has just finished. The tournament is over. You played a draw against Arkadij Naiditsch in the last round. Tell us something about that game, please.
Well, today's game, actually, we went to kind of the typical French endgame quite soon, but the position is still very complicated because when Arkadij played bishop b5, suddenly the position turned out unbalanced. Of course, I could do something more simple, but of course, I thought that I should try something, so I allowed his sacrifice, but somehow it turned out that it doesn't really work. I mean, not work so well for white. Of course, in a practical game, it's unclear for sure. But if black doesn't want to do so much things, it's very difficult for white to really improve the position and fight for a win. So that's why I was thinking, instead of being passively waiting, I should try to open the position, trying to activate my pair of rooks, and the position ended in a draw.
You played very well in Karlsruhe, 2.5 out of 3, and then moving to Baden-Baden, scored another point only. What's the difference between those two parts of the tournament?
Well, of course, my performance showed completely different in two places, but in general, I thought that both places are quite nice. I mean, Karlsruhe is like there's an open as well, so it's like the festival for all chess players. But here, such a natural village, it's also very good to play some interesting chess games. Just unfortunately, my performance somehow divided in like two players, and of course the second part, my two black games, I was suffering from a slightly worse endgame, but with great technical, there should be draw without so many difficulties. But somehow, at some moments, the position collapsed. It's quite pity because with such a great start, normally it's how to say, it should be like a plus something.
Yeah, okay. But still 3.5 out of 7 now and 50%. Is that something before the tournament you would said, yes, I would take that?
Yeah, actually, it's of course okay for me in general if we're not considering how things going on during the tournament, because here we have like 4 top 10 players almost, right? Or yes, yeah, and also we have very strong Germany players, so I'm very appreciate to get such a chance to play here. Especially that my rating currently not so high, and I'm not like the local player, but still I'm really appreciate for the organizers to give me such an opportunity to play with all these top players.
That was a great tournament, I think, for you. So 3.5 out of 7. What is your next tournament going to be?
The next will be the second stage of Grand Prix in May in Moscow.
So you have some time to relax a bit?
Yeah. There is today's something like almost 20 days in between, so I will go back to China, relax a bit, and also prepare a bit for the next event.
And also you have to maybe some study again a bit in the next days probably. There is some questions from YouTube viewers about chess books, and there are some questions coming up that could you recommend a good book for beginners to learn and to improve their chess? And is there something like a Hou Yifan best games already?
Well, actually, I'm not having any of my personal book yet, although it's kind of planned, probably will be in the future. And talking about the books for beginners, how to say, it's hard for me just to recommend the exact one for exactly the beginners. But I remember at some occasion I saw a series of books published by Kasparov Chess Foundation. I don't really remember the name, but I think that's a good one to listen for kids. And also, besides the learning book, there's also like a teacher book that like for chess coach, that how to teach for the children to play chess. I thought that's actually quite interesting without the deep looking, because and if we're just talking about for the beginning level how to improve, I just suddenly remember there's a series of books from Artur Yusupov, like something called Vachier Chess, or like published by Quality Chess. I think there you could also find some quite interesting books. Yeah.
And in your book maybe that's coming up someday, probably the game against Caruana. Will that be included in the best game book?
Well, probably. Although I'm not really considering that game is the best game I've played in my career, but of course it's always great to win, the strong player like Fabiano. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much. Good luck with the next tournament, and we hope to see you again here in Baden-Baden.
Thank you, me too. I'm also hoping to play here again.
Thank you very much.